Why is FFZ broken again? What happened? Oh, never mind. Now it loaded. Weird. There you go. I don't know why it took so long to load. Alright. This game. Seeing this always reminds me of the warp, which gave me a hint for one of the stages, and I cannot remember where it was. All I remember is that it lagged like hell and it didn't seem to function, honestly. Where was that? I can't remember. Also, apparently I don't have... Apparently I don't have bonus here. What is this? Bonus, water is float and bonus. Is this supposed to not have music? How can I actually do anything with this? Oh, I see. I have to be water because I can't. Okay, I see. I have to make water. Water on kid is you. And then there you go. That wasn't that bad. And why did I not get this bonus? Right, because that level. Because I don't know how to get that level. And I just don't have the word bonus here. So I have to beat this level. If I want to get bonus here. Do I want to though? What was the problem here? Because I can do this to move things. The problem is box make something. Belt, I guess. I do not have box. I can make rock as box and then box make rock. Box is stopped, by the way. Box make belt. And build a shift. It seems like... I mean, that seems like what you want to do here. But the is stop is also available. So you can make... I don't think I can break the water stop. Box make rock, rock as shift. Wait, hold on. Yeah. This might be easy. Never mind, it's not. Never mind, maybe it is. No. Okay, no, I think I maybe get it. I want to push rock is here, and then make rock is stop. So that I can make this. This doesn't actually work yet. That's bad. I don't want to do that either. I don't think this quite works because now I can push belt in here and belt is going to be pushed back out, but not far enough. Because I would like to push it far enough so that I can make belt a stop and then just walk over. But I don't think I can make that work. Actually though, what am I doing? Because I absolutely do not need that belt down there. Like, I just don't need that. I don't think I needed to reset that far, but whatever. Oh my god. I know what I'm trying to do. It's just I keep messing things up. Okay, then the rock. And the rock. And now you build roggers. go. And now... Now everything should be fine, right? Because now I do... Is this... this might not be... This should be high enough. Yeah, I can jump up here. This is fine. I just need to figure out... Right. Of course that wouldn't do anything. Of course that wouldn't work. Rock is rock. What am I doing? Wait. Wait. Rock is rock. Wait. What am I doing? I guess... Wait, huh? Belt needs to be box, I guess. This is not working. Yes. But I mean, the setup wasn't working anyway, so whatever. But it's something like this, right? I guess box make rock. But then I can't put box here because box... Box make rock. Rock is shift. I mean, I feel like that's closer than what I had before. That's... almost interesting. But rock is not shift anymore. Okay, maybe this is not the way to go. Maybe what I need to do is something. What do I do with a rock? I am not thinking about what I'm trying to do right now. It's just... I'm just building something and hoping that it works. I have no idea why it would work. Oh. There you go. I don't know why that should do literally anything meaningful. But I don't want to think about what that would actually do. So we'll just try it out before I dismiss it. I definitely feel like I need to make something stop at some point. But who knows, maybe this is all just a red herring. Maybe this entire level is just a red herring again. Maybe none of this is actually needed. I'm not mad about that level still. Definitely not. On the other hand, I really shouldn't complain. It's not like I don't put red herrings in my puzzles. What do I have to complain? What am I trying to do? Just rock as... No, belt as. And then... rock as shift. That did an overwhelming... an overwhelming lot of nothing. Who could have guessed? Both of them make a box. Box is solid, so nothing moves. Why should it? Box is not push. Box is stop. I haven't used the rock yet though. So what if I get upset at... I don't know what I'm missing again. I'm definitely just overlooking something. I guess rock isn't facing the correct direction now. Does that matter? I could fix that. This is theoretically great. But I can't actually get this out of here. Like, none of this matters if I can't. If I can't get it back out. Wait, I can get it back out though. Yeah, absolutely can. But now I don't have these. Hold on. I can do this. I'm still missing the is. Damn it, I feel like I'm so close. I mean, I know this thing at the bottom here. It's going to make a... First of all, this needs to face that direction. Ah! Why is this? Why is this so complicated? Okay. What do I want to do? Build a shift. I don't know what I'm doing is the problem. Like, I can't visualize what's going to happen. I just have to try it out. And that's really the main problem right now. Because I'm not thinking about what I'm doing, I'm just trying random stuff. Hoping that it works. I just really struggle to visualize anything that's going to happen in this level. What am I doing here? I mean, my goal here was to now put rock there, but that doesn't work. It doesn't work because now I would need belt is stop, and if belt is stop, then I can't touch rock anymore. Now if I just switch these... If I just switch these... What happens? Because now both of these are facing left. Um, this is not going to work. I don't know what I'm trying to accomplish. Right. But that means this is always going to mean rock is going to be unusable. Because no matter what I do, it's going to overlap box. And I can't... Oh, never mind, that just works. Okay, now I have rock and is back. Now if I use this is instead, I have everything back. So now I can just make... can I make now? Because I still need box make something. And I can't actually make that anymore. Can I? Can make rock as shift. It's great. And also useless. mean, belt is also useless now. Belt is completely useless now. Unless I make belt is. Box make belt, I guess. Right. Why? Why is this level so complicated? What am I missing? I mean, the last time a level was this complicated, it turned out to just be fake. Which I'm going to be pissed about that for the entire rest of the playthrough. I'm sorry. Um... Huh. The problem is something needs to already be here. Unless I switch... But no, then I... what the fuck? So I can only turn belt into anything. Rock is rock, box is box, and that's the only words I have. I guess kid isn't kid, but kid is the only thing that is you. And that's all the words I have access to. So I need to make belt as box to start anything. And then box needs to make something that is likely shift, because... Well, the alternative would be that I make box as... box make belt is rock. Which would effectively be box make rock. But with more words. And maybe a very minor. Maybe with some minor nuances. But I don't think those are going to matter, if there are any. So since those are basically equivalent, the only useful thing I can think of is box make, well, either belt or rock, and that being shift. Right. That would do that. Okay, well, I don't know. I wish I had could say I had thought of that, but I definitely just stumbled into that. That was kind of what I was going for. I don't know why I didn't think to just do it once more. I think because of the box. Anyway. This jump has just gotten slightly annoying, but there you go. And now you can just do the rockers stop. There you go. That took way too long. And that was roughly more or less what I had in mind. Why is there another level? I don't want another level, man. I don't want another version of that level. I don't want to. I don't want. I do not want. Okay. Okay, fine. There's a lot less stuff here. Okay, well, first of all, I only have one belt. Rock is still rock. I don't even have access to rock. I only have one belt, and it's going to be what I turn into. Is it? Yes. What? Oh, I see. No, I don't see. No, I don't see. Also, this block is gone for some reason. There was a block here. That was weird. Do I see? I don't see. I am blind. Also, this terrifying. These changes are terrifying. It is shift. So what I was thinking is to do this, but well, I need something that is stop. Because that was the trick on the previous level. Or some of the trick that I used. If I just do that, and that's just not useful. Because it's, I mean, I can break the box, but if I can't get the box out of the wall, off of the wall, then I can't like put it below the make, for example, to do belt make box. I can make belt make, and then I don't have anything, so that's useless. Is there some other way for me to make this face left without actually moving? It has to move into something though, right? And there's nothing that is stop. Do you get anything off the wall? Without stop. Actually, no. If something object make or box make belt would make a belt facing the same direction as box, right? Or is it always facing left? No. If it was always facing left, I think I would have noticed that. It makes more sense if it wasn't doing that. There's really only one thing I can do with the box. This build is box. And then box make belt. But as soon as I do box make belt, box is build or build is box also preserves. Yeah, it should. I'm pretty sure it does. It does preserve facing direction. Aw. Is that a possible jump? Surely it is. This doesn't matter anymore. This doesn't matter. You just want to know now. Surely that has to be possible. I'm gonna give up on this very soon. I don't know. I don't know if that jump's possible. Yeah, whatever. It feels like it should be. I also have kid open, which may or may not be significant. I don't... With the words that I have, I really only have... build as kid. And I guess then I have two kids, but... How is that helpful? And I guess... Instead of asking how is that helpful, I should just try it out. Because I do have... I don't know what I have now. I guess I can just clip through the wall again. I guess I can. No, can I? No, I can't. No, that doesn't work. Yeah, because it spawns in the center. That's too slow. I can move fast though. And I guess I can also jump pretty high. Perfectly normal behavior for a kid. Right, it moves because I shoot 2 bullets. Ah, wait, but that does solve my problem. That does just solve my problem, so... I mean, the problem of having something that faces left here and is shift. Except I guess I should push that down here first. And maybe I don't want to. Perfect. Okay. I mean, now I just do kit make box, right? Oh, come on. Well, that went just excellently. I just need to figure out how to get over here. Okay, beautiful. Yep. Anyway, now I can do bonus. Could have done that before this level. I mean, just there you go. And that's all the bonus stuff here. Um, 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 so now for the thing that I actually wanted to do, which is try and remember which warps I've done. I do not remember where I even am on the overworld. Is this the world? I guess this should lead me to Tower. I need to start making an actual map of where everything leads to. This is getting annoying. Like, not having a map is getting annoying. I guess that's on me for not creating one and expecting the game to provide one. My bad. I mean, I don't know, maybe the game does provide something that's going to make this a little less of a nightmare to keep track of. But I currently do not know how, so I guess I'm gonna have to figure out how to track this myself. Water and cloud is stop. Water... Can just do water's portal, right? Yeah. Okay, this is the tower. I have been here. I have been here. And I have no idea what to do here. Bullet is not shoot. Which is interesting. Okay, so this leads to tower. Back to the vertical tower. How do I even make a map of this? Okay, that leads there. I'm probably gonna remember what that means. Now this level leads to music dying out of nowhere. What is up with the music in this game? It just randomly stops. Uh, do I want to do this right now? Because I think this leads to... I think that just leads to the other thing. Okay, seriously, what is up with the music just playing for 2 seconds and then dying? I don't know. Have I done warp here? I can't remember. Can I do warp here? Oops. If I want to warp here, I either have to stop Hedge's stop, which I don't think is happening, or I have to move Portal onto water, which honestly I don't see happening either. So maybe that's just not possible. I lied. Did I lie? I can in theory move water. No, I can't, because as soon as I do water is me, I touch bonus and get kicked out. So I can't actually move water with that. And I can't do anything about that. So this might just not be possible. If it's possible, I don't know how, so I'm just gonna put that off for now. This thing... This one I'm pretty sure led to aqueducts. And I'm pretty sure I'm done there. Or that I've done everything that was there. Have I done warp here? Portal warp is pretty boxed in. And I don't have portal accessible anywhere. So I'm going to write that off as impossible. Yeah, I'm gonna write that one off as impossible. And this one, does this one even have, yeah. Alright, this one's easy. He says. There you go. I have been here, I'm pretty sure. This feels familiar. Yeah, I think I've done that before. Okay, that's that, and I do not remember which one that even was. Was that top right? I think that was top right. Okay. This one. I still haven't done that. That last warp. I don't think I want to right now. But I can check the tower room again. Which is this one. And I don't have a screenshot from this of this one earlier, but I'm pretty sure it wasn't always the case that all of them were yellow. I at the very least know that I've seen someone else's playthrough where they weren't all yellow. I don't know what to do with that information though. Man, I really wish I could remember where that one portal room was that I'm actually trying to go to. Uh, yeah, the music just really doesn't like existing today for some reason. That's weird. I don't want to think about that level. Okay. Let me at least make sure that I've seen the tower in all 4 versions. And I don't remember where that one warp was that I'm looking for, but... Um... Um... Can I make something as warp here? Not trivially, but I do have access to Kid. There's nothing in here, so if I want to do anything to warp... Oops. If I want to do anything to warp... then I'm going to have to clip into the wall. Multiple times, actually. Can you? I mean, maybe I shouldn't assume that the pattern holds that I can enter the tower from the main, or like the first warp, just because I could from two of them. I'm good. Actually, while I'm here, what's this one? I've definitely done warp here. Where did that one lead me? There's no way I didn't do warp here, right? Uh, um, um, uh, uh, how do I set this up? How do I set this up without setting too much up? I guess I can just do the text above kit again. I don't immediately see anything better. Right. Right, this one does also give me a tower, which is this one. I have looked at this one, but I don't remember if I've looked at this one on stream. Okay, but that does mean that I get 3 out of 4 that lead to tower. So surely the other one is also possible. Also, one of those was red. I did not miss that. I don't know what it means though. I guess my first instinct is that it has something to do with bonus and the warps that I've beaten, which would be terrifying if the if this entire thing here was all warps. I guess that can't quite be. Hey, 77. I guess that can't be because I have way too many yellow ones. There aren't enough warps for that. I don't know. First of all, I want to try and see if I can do tower here. Shift. Okay, what do I even have access to? Kid. Flag. Twice. Tailor and shift. That doesn't seem like enough to do much. I can get to win. I could do flag as... Okay, if... Where's Cloudus Stop? Cloudus Stop is somewhere where... God damn it. God damn it. Wait, was the level that I'm trying to go to even a warp level? God, I need a map of this. I cannot remember where anything was. Maybe I should just carry on with the game, because there are still plenty of levels that do not require any of this. But now I'm stubborn and want to do this. Uh, um, okay. If I want to get in here, I would need to turn something with a smaller hitbox than Kid into Kid. And I don't see that being possible. Unless I do Bullet, but I don't have Bullet. I don't have access to Bullet. The Cloudus Stop is pretty much unchangeable, I think. And I've checked that this is where the room ends, right? Just to make sure. Yes. It's not the case that the room just scrolls. That'd be silly. Uh... I'm not sure if it's possible to do here. Surely it has to be, right? But I have all the words that I'm going to have access to. Well, I guess I don't know that, but I most likely have all the words I'm going to have access to. I don't think there's going to be anything else that is going to make a word appear here. with flag and kid, there are no conditionals. So if I do flag as kid, I can't do kid as anything else. Unless I make something else as U, but the is U is also in a corner somewhere. This is upsetting. It would be very funny if it was just impossible to do it here. But I would be slightly upset. I really don't see how you would get in here though. Unless it's some interaction that I'm just not aware of. By the way, I'm talking about turning flag into anything, and I just now noticed the flag is flag. So that's also just not happening. There you go. Great. I can have win over here. Okay, well, Kid's shift does allow me to move the flag, so maybe I should just, instead of staring at the level, actually try something. Because maybe that already helps. I am extremely scared of just warping into a warp. The problem is kind of that shift really wants to shift by 32 pixels and not into walls. Oh, that's terrifying. Wait, no, this is bad. The, the warp is making this really... Not being able to turn off warp But I think... No. No, this doesn't work either, does it? Yeah. I just really don't want to touch any warps right now. Okay, well, I guess I am making one assumption right now. And that is if I move a warp in any way, it is still going to teleport me to the same location. I do not actually know if that assumption is true. It appears to be true. I wouldn't have expected anything else. But I guess it's better to make sure. That honestly, I wouldn't even be surprised if that's somewhere. If that is a thing somewhere. Yeah, I don't know. I really don't see it. I can move warp around, which is great. Um, I can move the tiller object around is what I meant. And I guess I can also move a warp where somewhere else. What is the goal here? Okay, well, so far there has been a subworld that led to Tower in all of these, well, subworlds, I guess. Except for this one. So I am assuming, and I do not know if that is true, that this one also has a way to get to Tower. I don't know if it's... that was my first impression as well. But there are way too many yellow dots. And not enough red dots for that to really make sense. And a terrifying amount of white dots still. I'm not sure what this is, what that's representing. But yeah, I assume that this room also has a way to get to another part of the tower or something. However, in order to get to the tower from here, I have to make something that is not portal warp. Or I have to make something warp that is not a predefined portal. Like none of these 5 portals that are here. And Well, the problem is that Portalless Warp is pretty stuck in the bottom left corner. And I don't actually see a way to do anything about that. I would somehow have to push the tele object close enough to a wall that it teleports me inside a wall. That's the best idea I have at the moment, at least. But, well, I just tried that, and it didn't really seem to like me. It didn't really seem to want to teleport me inside a wall. Yeah. And there's no object in that quadrant. I mean, it could also be that this just does not have a tower associated with it. That is not impossible. But like, come on. You can't put tower in 3 of the levels and then not in the 4th one. I'm pretty sure that's illegal. Yeah, breaking Cloud's stop would also be nice, but that has the same problem, more or less. I guess I can at least enter that one. But it's very much stuck next to stop. But they're really... I mean, the only thing I can build here is Kid as flag, which immediately loses level. Flag is shift, which does absolutely nothing for me. Flag is Taylor, which gets me to flag as win, and no additional words that are useful. I guess I can make flag as stop with that. But I don't see how flag as stop is going to help. The rest I can make is Kid is shift. And Kid is Taylor, and Kid is Taylor is useless because there's no second Kid. And also, even if there was, then what am I gonna do with that? Flag is Kid or Flag is Cloud is theoretically buildable, but not possible or doesn't do anything because Flag is Flag. So really, as far as I can tell, the only thing I can build is Kid is shift, Flag is Taylor. I'll be right back. Okay. So really the only thing I can see here is that I somehow shift flag somewhere or in such a way that I can either teleport into a block, preferably this one, so I can break the portal's warp, or I mean the thing is also, even if I get in here, I still have to get out again, because I can build Flaggus warp, but that alone isn't helpful unless I can touch flag. So breaking Cloud's stop would be the nicest way, but intuitively I would expect the engine to prevent me from, well, shifting flag far enough into anything so that it teleports out of it, or hmm. Let me at the very least build Flaggus Taylor again. And Kid's shift. God damn it. God damn it. Ah. I guess of note is also that is shift or Kid is shift is not useful for anything. Or I have not used it for anything. I haven't used it to get bullet as bonus. I haven't used it to get bonus, and I haven't used it to get win. So I don't know if it's just if what I did was a break or something. See, now that's interesting. Hmm. No. No, that's interesting. Like, that's the sort of interaction I was looking for. Okay. uh, please stay up here. Now, can I do that downwards as well? Because if I can do it downwards, then I can just push a word, specifically flag, in there, and then win. Yeah. I'm going to somehow manage to get into a warp. I just know it. No, that's bad. Okay. Come on. That says flag is warp. That says flag is warp. Game. I disagree. I can't actually do that. Come on. You can't do that to me. Why does it even... You can't do that. You... Why? No, I don't think it's too high. I I mean, maybe it's too high, but I think it's actually like a pixel too far left. It's hard to tell, because there isn't really a grid right now. I don't think I can turn on a grid manually. But I think that text is actually too far left. That is so upsetting. Okay, but... everything is fine. Because... I just have to make sure not to get into a warp, but I can just do the exact same thing. Up here. Theoretically. Maybe. Yeah, I almost warped. I would have so deserved to fall into this warp right here. I would have deserved that so much. Okay, so I can do that, yes. Just don't. Okay, first of all, bullet is bonus. I don't need you. Yeah, I broke Cloud's stop. So now I just have to make sure I don't accidentally... Okay. I mean, now there shouldn't be anything. Come on. Well, fuck you too. I guess that means there's no tower there. That's awesome. Come on. How dare you? I don't know, I'm not even mad about that. But I am a little mad about that. How dare you? What time to open the bug report? True. Wow. They really just put a tower in all of them, but not in this one. Cool. That's just awesome. I am not even going to look for all the other warps now. I am gonna quickly... There was one level... Was it this one? No. There was some level or warp or something. And I just cannot remember where it was. It led to some extremely strange room. That honestly just seemed to not function properly. And I want to see if it's any different in the version now that I have a couple, now that there have been a couple updates. But I can't find the level again. No, no. I mean, I started it, you saw it earlier. But I haven't done a thorough one. The problem is also that I can't remember if it was... if it was a warp level or if it was a normal, just level that existed. If it's the normal level, then I think it shouldn't be beaten. I don't think it's this one though, right? No, it is this one. This is the level I was looking for. I don't expect anything to be different here. But I wanted to see anyway. Yeah, no, this looks as unplayable as as I remember it. Right, you can't save here. Because if you save, you just die. I mean... Well, it's not a reference to anything I recognize. Doesn't mean it's not a reference, but... Yeah, I don't know. I've tried surviving in here for a while already. Like if I survive, it's going to be down. And yeah, I don't know. That just doesn't seem doable. And actually this thread looks better than... Okay, never mind, it's easy. Okay, I guess that strat is just a lot better. Okay. Everything is fine. Okay, cool. I guess that's actually just possible. And I was just bad the last time I entered that. Well, glad I got that out of the way, I guess. Let's kick it on there. Huh. Maybe I can actually beat this level as well. Now that I'm here anyway. Pillars win. Wall is stop and defeat. Key is open, door is shut. There isn't really anything. Oh. But wall is stop and defeat, so. Wall is defeat, so I can't really do anything here. I don't really know how to even get up here. Because key is not... Key is not stop or anything. Can I somehow get the text over here? I don't see how you... I don't really see. I can't do anything really. Stupid, right? I mean, I don't have key anymore. I can't get this to go across the corner, right? I don't think so. There are no other hidden rules that I can see. Hmm. Yeah, I don't know. I do not know how to do those. Like this text right here is the main reason why I was curious about that hell room. But I mean, it seems like you just beat it. And that's it. Which is a little strange. Whatever, I don't know how to progress anywhere with that, so I guess I'm just gonna continue the normal game for now. I unfortunately don't remember if I beat all of the first warp. I guess I beat enough to make bonus. So I guess I should just move on to this world now. There's so much. There's so much game. Okay. 2 hours into the stream I start playing levels again. Or actually progressing in the game. Right, so I looked at this a little bit last time. And I think the music is dead again. Okay, music is just dead, I guess. Oh, never mind, there it is. Okay, so I want to destroy What do I want? What do I want to do? I don't want bullet as float. Bullet is open. Door being stop and shut is suspicious. But I don't know how to open any of these doors. Does bullet is float? Bullet is float is still stop by stop, right? Yeah. Water and box is sink. Box has water, but box itself is not. Well, box itself is dangerous because it's sink, I guess. What can I do here? I thought I had a plan last time I stopped, but I actually don't see how that is helpful. Because hedges actually stop. So, um, yeah. I guess I can do hedge is bounce or hedge is open. But nothing's shut. I can do hedges float. Which doesn't really do anything, I don't think, but it's something I can do. Get a fancy animation. Wait, hedge is not grass. Hedge is not grass. Hedge is not grass. I don't care about this. Okay, so the grass is nothing. Okay, and that, yeah. And now I know why the plan I originally had would have worked. You don't see any hedges, not grass. Well, I guess that's true. Hedge could be grass. No, hedge can't be grass. Because hedge is hedge. And hedge is hedge implies hedge is not grass. But if hedge is not grass, or rather grass is not hedge, then it's actually just in the way for the sink. And that means I can solve it by floating that. And by solve it, I mean that is not going to be enough. Because now I need... Oh. Huh. Uh-huh. Uh-huh, uh-huh. Okay, that's enough of that. Next to a data center simulator. Rough. Right. What do I do with that? Beautiful. I can get myself stuck up there, potentially. Not really. Uh... Hmm. So I somehow need to make the float. I need to make the float stop. And I don't know how to do that. That's interesting. It's not really fast enough though. It falls quite fast. Basically, you have to do this, then like shoot once to break them. If I could get rid of the walls, of the doors, then that would also be something. But if I can get rid of the doors, okay, if I can get rid of any of these 3 doors, then I don't see why I shouldn't be able to do the same here. And if I can do the same here, then I can just break the hedges, stop and win. So either there's a difference between the 3 doors and the 2 doors that allows me to make use of them, or they're just solid. And I should treat them as stop. I can make both of them float. But I actually don't want... Don't actually want that right now. want to do something like this, but like with more delay. That, but with more delay, so I can get all the way over here, and that's just way too far. Right, and that also doesn't really do anything. Because despite the bounce, it's still destroying the water. Or water is sinking the bullet, or whatever that sink rule does. Huh. I mean, can do hedges bounce. That is going to be awful, but I can do it. There you go. That does the exact same thing. Why should that have done anything differently? Huh. Is there some way that I can set up water as float and water as not float to just alternate automatically? I don't think so. Mostly because the site is completely open. Otherwise I could maybe make like bounce here. Like surely this is a bad idea. Okay, no, that's not. It's not going to be consistent enough. I need the problem is I need the opposite. I need it to be flowed for consistently long, and then it needs to break. And I don't think, no matter how I set this up, I don't think I can set this up in a way where float isn't broken constantly. It's like so perfect otherwise, though. Okay, actually, alternative idea. Is that long enough? Because that's much easier to set up. Yeah. Okay, that's a lot easier to set up. Wow. That's... I don't know if that was intended, but I like that solution. Alright. That was a good level. Take cover. What's the other one called actually? Shoot. Fair enough. Bullet is bullet. Bullet is shoot. Kid is you. And Fofo is push. Huh? Why are you already off grid? What are you doing? Fofo, please. Fofo above kid. Okay, flag is win. Flag is the only thing that can be win, and Fofo is the only thing even remotely close. So I guess my goal is Fofo is you. And I can't really get any words in here. So I probably want to do something like that, and then have something. Shoot the kid as you. Or really just the SU. All the way over to the right. I guess another problem with this is, how do I get this here? Hmm. Okay, I have an idea, and that's not going to work, but I'd like to test how that interacts. I want to make bullet above kid is shoot. I don't know how that's going to help. Fofo is Fofo. So I can't just say Fofo is kid. thing I wanted to test is what happens if I put a bunch of bullets on the same X position and then multiple bullets hit the same text on the same frame. Because I'm not actually sure what happens then. If all of them if only the first one hits the text and the other ones survive, or if all of them hit and the text moves a single block, or all of them hit and the text moves however many will hit, or however many hit the block or hit the text. It's one of those three, and I don't know which. And I don't know how to set it up so I can test which it is. I guess I probably know from another level, except I definitely don't know, because I wasn't paying attention to that. I can do the usual Kiddies shoot, which is always a fun time, but also a bad idea. Okay. 4-4 is push. What do I do with push? I didn't mean to exit, I want to restart. But maybe I should reset, exit. I don't really see what I could make, what useful thing I could make. You know, bullet above Kiddies shoot is kinda just the best thing I can come up with. Because depending on how that acts, that would actually win the level. Because I could put a bunch of bullets here, go here, shoot 4-4 here, and then yeah, it depends on how that interacts with the actual text. The problem with this is just that I have to somehow build that. And I guess that's what the 4-4s are here for. I have to... What is 4-4 actually? hit one of them. Don't know if I can do anything about that. I'm going to assume I can't. I have to somehow do this. The problem with this is that the bottom 4 also shoots. Uh, and there goes the music. Goodbye, music. This is the second level in this world. Boy. Worrying. If I do the 4 method here, I have to, like, the shoot has to finish within 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks. I can't really push it up further. So I think the best... Wait, yeah. What's the best I can do horizontally? I think it's just 1 away. That's really bad. this works anyway. Okay, never mind, this was easy. Okay, now I can test. It destroys them and it moves all of them. Okay, perfect. That's what I was hoping for. That's what I was hoping for. Okay, this... Just gonna, that, perfect. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Easy. Okay, I don't know why that took so long. That should not have taken that long. Simon says. Simon says what? Kick is move. Borderless shoot, head just stop, kick is defeat. Fruit is also defeat. Bird is move and win. Interesting. If I want to get out of here, I have to... If I want above out of here, I need to sacrifice a different word. That or I have to set everything up in over here. Which I guess may or may not be that problematic. Kickers move. Kick is defeat, so I can't make kick as you. Bird somehow needs to... Okay, maybe I can do this level. I wanted to play a bit more, but I started really late again. For Sunday anyway. For a Sunday anyway. Also, I think the music died again, so that's awesome. I think I want one of the is. No. What do I want to make? I kind of want to make well, kid above kick is you. There's so much game. There's so much game. Can I just... No. Yes, I can. I absolutely can. Because I have another kid. Okay, this is... Okay, the double shot works. And now it's easy. I want... How do I set this up? I want kickers move and kid above kickers you. So this in theory... And there's two problems with this. First of all, I don't actually have the above. Well, not currently. And the game crashed. Goodbye, game. That's a bit frustrating because I shouldn't keep going much longer anyway. So that's actually really fitting, but I was also in the middle of doing something. But I have to do the entire overworld puzzle again, because I don't think you can skip that. That's unfortunate. I think I'm just gonna stop here then. Did not make as much progress as I would have liked. I really only beat one new level and went back to actually two new levels and went back to a couple of other things and reached a tower that didn't exist. Oh well, that's how puzzle games go. Maybe next time I'll actually manage to start on time and have more time. Oh well. Anyway, thanks for watching. Goodbye.